Gators by 24 as the sun sets here in Gainesville, and we begin the third quarter. And right now, Tracy Wolfson a moment ago with Urban Meyer.
Urban, offensively, defensively, are you putting together that complete game that you've waited to see all season?
Well, I'll tell you what, when you play defense the way we're playing right now, that kind of takes control of the game. And then the one drive where we came out of our own 6-yard line and drove it the length of the field, those are the two components of the first half when you have a play like that.
How do you keep them focused and make sure they don't look ahead to next week?
Well, there's a lot riding on this, and plus you still know who you're playing. There's still great athletes over there that can come back like this. So just finish the game. Play as hard. This is going to be 30 minutes of great football.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
All right, Tracy, thank you. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, the Swamp. Renamed from Florida Field as Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in 1989 in honor of one of the benevolent donors here at the University of Florida. Patrick Robinson is the deep man. Caleb Surgis will kick off. We're underway with quarter number 3. Robinson at the 4. Down at the 22. As we get set for the start of the third, Vern Lundquist, Gary Danielson, along with Tracy. What kind of superlatives do you want to use for Florida?
Well, it's one of those things you close your eyes and pick a stat,
right.
you know, this stat, you know, dominance. I mean, what do they had? How many plays does Florida State run? They don't have any third down conversions. It's just dominance. They're just too good for them.
Yeah, they really, really are. And they're in quest of their 22nd consecutive victory and in command right now.
Well, if Christian Ponder was playing, I think he would move the chains. But could they stop Florida? That's another question.
There's the pass and almost intercepted by Janoris Jenkins, intended for Burt Reed. Second down.
Burt Reed was open, and if this ball would have been shot to him a little bit more authority, watch the ball's lobbed and behind and allows Jenkins to make up the ground and knock it down.
Look at this, Tebow with 2 pass touchdowns, both to Hernandez. Manuel with only 2 pass completions. Option, nothing. It's going to be third down. And just to underline the point Gary just made about this Florida defense on third down conversions, they've been terrific all year. They had 2 stretches earlier in the season. In games between South Carolina and FIU, they denied 13 consecutive third down attempts. Earlier in the season, in games overlapping between LSU and Arkansas, they denied 18 straight. It's 3rd and 10 right here. Oh, the pressure from Dunlap. And now Moore, and Manuel gets away, but forget about it. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, Carlos Dunlap, the MVP of the national championship game, has been unblockable. Well, it's easy to be unblockable when the right guard forgets to go out in a stance.
Oh, my
I don't know what
gosh.
kind of gimmick play that was, but it didn't work. Sanders never got out of his stance.
No. Dunlap limping off. That's not a good sign.
That had to be a trick play that didn't trick anyone.
Especially Sanders. Brandon James will let it bounce. It takes an FSU hop. And we'll be down at the 36-yard line. That's a 34-yard punt. Nothing on the return. And time now for the halftime trends.
Well, Tebow 13 for 16, and probably 5 of those were behind the line of scrimmage and shovel passes, but they all work and they all count. Well, the young quarterback is going to learn. He's going to learn a lot today playing against this defense. Aaron Hernandez is coming out to be a pressure receiver where you have to stop him. He's a pressure point in this offense, and Florida State not good.
Out of the spread, 1st down and 10. Rainey is the running back. Tebow in trouble. Fires it. Got it!
Wow. Whoa.
How about that? Deontay Thompson, Marcus White almost had Tebow.
Well, I thought he was going to be in the grasp. Then I thought he was going to get sacked. Then I thought he might scramble. But you talk about being strong. He takes on 2 defensive ends right here. 2 defensive ends and makes the throw.
I'm thinking of what Mickey Andrews said. You've ultimately got to get him down on the ground. This is Rainey coming left. Nothing there. It'll be third down. Helmet comes flying off.
Well, here comes another one of those third down conversion plays for Florida State. 6 for 8 in the game so far. Remember early they blitzed Florida and were successful. Will they come back and do that? It looks like they're coming with that gimmick defense where there only is one defensive lineman on the field and they use a lot of linebackers and defensive backs. One lineman right there. Guys are down a 3-point stance, but that's a linebacker.
3rd and 4, they bring the blitz. Tebow across the middle. It's caught, first down. David Nelson, a 5th-year senior. He's one of 4 who were part of Urban Meyer's original recruiting class.
David Nelson, who came on so strong last year. Look at all the space. You're a quarterback. You know you're going to throw that ball in space. And you just throw it. That was a perfect throw. Nelson ate it up.
Nelson's 18th catch of the year. Tebow goes deep for Cooper in the end zone. It is caught. It is a touchdown. Florida Gators, roommate to roommate.
This was no shovel pass.
My, oh my. Tebow is 16 of 19 for 217 yards. Caleb Sturgis with the extra point. Blocked, and it's going to be returned. There's a lateral, and then finally recovered by the Florida Gators. So Sturgis has the extra point attempt blocked. There's a flag down. McNeil blocked it. Matt Austin.
The kick is no good. Following the block, personal foul, number 98 of the defense. A 15-yard penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
First, the block kick, Gary.
Well, Urban's going to find something to work on for next week against Alabama right in this game. Right up the gut, blocked by McNeil. But, you know, that touchdown pass, ooh, there's the late hit right at the end.
That was Marcus White.
Yeah, Marcus White real late on that play. Watch White come in here and just take a cheap shot at the end of the play. Now, one-on-one to the outside. Patrick Robinson has Riley Cooper, and the ball is put up high, and the big receiver goes up. Doesn't drop this one.
.27 to go third quarter. Florida's Tebow hits Florida's Cooper for a touchdown. Extra point blocked. It's 30-0 as the Gators go in quest of their 22nd in a row. Just a footnote, Tim Tebow has had only 4 300-yard passing games in his career. Only 4. And the last came in the last loss. That was to Ole Miss. I mentioned that because right now he's got 217 yards, and the speculation begins as to how long Urban Meyer will leave him in the game. I would think he's going to let him play deep into the fourth quarter today and enjoy this.
Deep in the fourth quarter? I don't know about that.
No, not deep. Early.
Not deep.
Okay,
early.
not
I'll
deep.
go early.
Early? All right.
All right. Play action pass right here, and watch the free safety. Patrick Robinson thought he had help. He who hesitates is lost. Watch this. Hesitate one step, you're done. The free safety, the Robinson thought he had help in the middle, and that ball was right there. Outside technique, I got a safety, I'm on my own. And Riley Cooper is becoming a force to the other side. 81 and 11. They're almost the same size.
Yeah. 8th touchdown of the year for Riley Cooper. Elected to come back for his senior season. He signed a baseball contract with the Texas Rangers. There's the pass complete to Taiwan Easterling, the 5'11" sophomore. That's his 32nd catch of the year. Well, next week we've got the SEC championship game, and then a week later on Saturday, December 12th, we'll move our whole crew into Philadelphia for the Army-Navy game. And that will all begin with Tim and Spencer in the pregame show December 12th at 2 o'clock Eastern, as Army-Navy has moved a week later into the season, and we look forward to being there. First down and 10, Manuel. Under pressure, flips it out, it's caught. Boy, did he take a pop. And down the sidelines goes Burt Reed. Ryan Stamper was the one who pressured him.
Yeah,
and,
I think the receiver did not know this play, and if they was blocking downfield on it. Not quite sure what happened there. The flag was thrown. I'm pretty sure the wide receiver was blocking downfield. Jamon Fortson.
Block in the back. Offense number 80.
Yep.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, first down.
Yeah, he pushed him in the back on the play. Watch it come on the right side of your screen, a shove in the back, and that was what caused the missed tackle on the play.
Ryan Stamper, no, it was Will Hill coming on the blitz. Will Hill, the safety. And number 10 got there. Look at this. That's a moderate gain, and Brandon Spikes makes the tackle.
That was the first physical play that Brandon Spikes was involved in this football game. He likes to set the tempo of a game. He'll have a few more opportunities against Alabama when they run the ball between the tackles than he has today.
Second down, 13. See those 2 interceptions. He returned another one for a touchdown. Last week, he's got 4 in his career now, but not close to an interception today. Little flip left side. Incomplete, intended for Burt Reed, number 83. Reed came in. He and Rod Owens, the leading receivers on this team, with 53 catches for the season. That's each. But boy, the passing game has been.
No, they're not ready.
No.
You know, Jimbo Fisher's trying to do anything he can to find a few plays. Quarterback draw, wide receiver screen. He ran a sneak, got caught with a penalty there. But for him to drop back and throw 3rd and long, not a good scenario.
Well, here we are, 3rd and 13. Manuel, left side. And that pass is complete as they went underneath and pick up the first down to the 45. First 3rd down completion today, but there is a flag.
Yeah, I wonder if it's roughing the passer on this play because he got hit just as he let the ball go. Manuel, good protection this time. Lets it go. Yes.
Foul,
oh, yes.
Roughing the passer, 94 defense. 15-yard penalty for the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Not only was he late, he put his helmet right in his chin.
And Charlie Strong, the defensive coordinator, looking on. Justin Tratto, who was the hero with the interception in the South Carolina game. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. No excuse for that.
And after the penalty, first down at the 39-yard line. Blitz. Manuel. Trouble. Got it complete out in the wing to the right. And that'll be a gain of about 6 to the running back, Jermaine Thomas, number 38. Wow. Florida State. This will be the 7th play in Gator territory. 2nd down and 5. 30-0 with 9 to go, 3rd quarter.
See if they throw a quick tempo pass. quick slant, something quick in and out of his hands.
Rush coming from the corner, near side, batted down by Joe Hayden.
See, that's the problem. When you go quick tempo, like I was anticipating, what these Florida defensive backs are doing is seeing the same thing. They saw a quick drop by the quarterback, and Joe Hayden just squatted all over that.
Hayden among those who, in his junior year, has announced that he'll consult with his family at the end of this season, whenever it ends, about the possibility of submitting his name for the NFL draft. Carlos Dunlap is another Gator who faces that possibility. Here's Manuel under pressure. Oh boy, should have been intercepted. Janoris Jenkins, as Manuel was really harassed on the play.
I don't know if this ball was tipped or not. Quick roll to the outside. Oh, he got hit. Yes, it was tipped also, I think, on the play. I think Spikes might have got his hand on that. Had he not, I think it would have been intercepted.
4th down, Florida State will go for it.
They're going to take a timeout, though.
Coaching moment for Jimbo Fisher, the coach in waiting at Florida State. The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Coca-Cola Zero, Chick-fil-A, New York Life, and by the Home Depot. I've never heard a song about the moon shining on Gainesville, but never know. 4th down. 4th and 4, trailing by 30 in Florida State after the timeout. We'll go for it. Whoa. Flag is down, pass is thrown away, and look at the offensive line. Look at them. They haven't moved yet.
There's a gimmick, the same gimmick play they tried before. It caused a sack. This time, I think it was
Brandon
Ryan.
Hicks,
Was it Hicks or Stamper that went offside? I think it was Stamper.
I'll place a small wager with you.
You think it was Hicks?
Uh-huh.
Okay.